Hi everybody, hello, and look what we're doing today. We're going to do another full page back and front of in our Bob Ross Little Golden Book. It's ages since I've seen him. He's been on his holidays, I think. He went on a painting holiday. No, he's just been living in my box and he just hasn't, I don't know, I just haven't done any of them. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we have done. So we split the book open down the spine there, which is still hanging on by a thread, but that's all Mr. F's problem, so I'm not concerned with that. Then we put a page of coffee stained paper in between each of the book pages. So, yep, and yep. And I was going to do one in the centre spread in here, but I'm worried that the book is going to get too thick because I haven't even begun to decorate this yet, and I've got all those lovely ephemera pieces and everything to use, and I really don't want to have to be skimpy with the decoration. So as it stands at the moment, this is what we've got. This is what we're going with. Actually, we've done quite a lot, haven't we, really? So that's the end of the first signature, which, even now feels quite chunky without any added bits. So the second signature, oh, that's nice. And then this flip out page here, somewhere to journal on, little bookmarks. Then this page that flips out, got a pocket there, pocket here, pocket there. And I left that page, that's right, I left that page because I just love it. I didn't want to really cover it up with anything. Then we've got the centre spread here, which I think once it's sewn in, that'll be fine. It looks like we're discontinued here, a little bit. It's discombobulated in some way. It doesn't go straight, but I think once it's sewn in, that'll look fine. And it's quite a nice spread once again. Which brings us to this page. So this is today's page to do. So let's get that out. Let's just put that there so I know where it goes back. And put that over here. Right, so let's deal with this page first. Now, it appears that as I've gone on, I've covered every bit of coffee stained paper that I've done. Everything is covered. You don't have to do that. I don't know why I started doing it really, but I like it. I like the way it's turned out. It's just gorgeous, I think. So I'm going to carry on the same here, and I think this is the bit. So this bit was folded over. I'll give you the measurements, and then you know what we're talking about. So from the centre to the edge here, there's a touch over 5.5, and this bit here is 2 1/4. So it's 2 1/4 inches folded back, and this is just a touch over 5.5. So I've cut this page out of the 12 by 12 pack, and it's just going to go there like that. I'm going to stick that down there. Isn't that just beautiful? Look at the flowers, and then look at the brickwork, worn brickwork, and just look at it all. It's gorgeous, totally gorgeous. So that's what I've opted to use there. Yeah, I've also started the Timmy project as well, and there are other things that I'm doing as well in the background. So I've been quite busy. I haven't been just sitting twiddling my thumbs, just in case you thought I had. Yeah, I inked around this side because I was going to use that, and then I turned it over and saw that and thought, no, that's what I'm going to use. So that just fits in there with a little margin around it. I'm just going to press that down. Make sure you do press it down firmly if you're using coffee stained paper, because it goes a bit frilly round the edges. Even if you iron it, I'm sure I saw G. Kerr do a video years ago on how to iron coffee stained paper and get rid of the frilly edges. So if you're interested in that, I'd go and have a look through G's back catalogue. She does some lovely stuff anyway, so it's not really a horrible job to go and look through her back catalogue. You get some lovely ideas, I'm sure. This is just glue that's come out that I'm just getting rid of because I'm going to make this piece into a pocket and I don't want it stuck down there. So let's stick this pocket down. Right from where it bends, that crease there, to the end. Same on this bit here. So there we go, we have our pocket. Simple as that. Simple pimples. That's not very nice. Who wants pimples? Not me. Bit old for pimples, really. And then this piece is the piece that I've cut down to make into the pocket. But you'll see it's wider than the coffee stain bit. That doesn't bother me. It'll be fine. It will just, you won't see the coffee stain piece, and that'll just be the pocket there. We're just using this to stick it onto. So I'm going to put some glue on that, and I want it right up to this edge, but not over the edge, right to the edge, but not over the edge. So take your time, there's no rush. Unless, of course, there is a rush. You might only have half an hour to craft, in which case there's a rush. Right, there we go. So let's stick this on. Lovely, that just goes there. And give that a good press down because you want it really attached to that leading edge. You don't want a ridge that things are going to get stuck on. This is a Teflon bone folder that our lovely Fancy Nancy sent me some time ago now. I use it every single day. I love it. I find that other bone folders leave marks on the paper. This doesn't. They're not cheap. They really aren't cheap, but I'm very grateful to her for purchasing it for me and gifting it to me. But if you can afford one, it's so worth it. Right, that's fine. There's nothing there. And I have already made a journaling card to go in there. I've backed it with cream card. It's quite plain, if you could say that's plain. I mean, it's not plain, is it? But it's unadorned, but I want to leave it that way because, of course, we're coming through afterwards to decorate everything. So a bit of plain is okay, and that just fits in there. And that's a very nice page, albeit relatively plain. So let's flip over and see what we're going to do here. Well, I want my background on first. So this is another page out of the 12 by 12s. Just look at it. You know, I haven't seen this paper for over a week now, and when I come back to it, oh, I'm just absolutely enchanted by it. I love it so much. So this gets glued on. I want to be a bit more frugal than I was the last time because it all squelched out. So just a bit more cautious around the edges. I want it to stick, but you know, I don't want it all coming out. I must say these Sugar Bell bottles that I put my glue in, they're fabulous to work with, really. Just a very gentle squeeze does it. So if you're bothered with arthritis in your hands, or you know, some disablement that stops you squeezing hard, or you get tired quickly, they are brilliant. Once again, not cheap. Nothing is cheap, is it? Even things that used to be cheap aren't cheap anymore. So there we are. We've just left a little gap up there, and that will be where this is sewn into the journal itself. So I'm just avoiding that centerpiece. That feels good to me. Let's just give it a rub over. Make sure it's attached. There we are. Right. Now what I want to put here are 2 little coin envelopes. And I made one. That's it. Like that. And I'm just going to put them there, and I'm going to safety pin them over here. So on this side you'll see this part, safety pin, paper clip. You should know by now, that's what I mean. I always call it the wrong thing. And I'm going to leave them, as I say at the moment, unadorned, because I want to decorate them. And I made one, but I want to show you guys how I made it, so you can make yours. So I took a piece of 12 by 12 and I literally cut it in half. So this piece I have here is 6 by 12. And here is my template. So you can take a screenshot if you want to. I hope you can see that. I think it's, let me bring it up a little bit and then you can screenshot it. Ooh, not too much. There we go. Okay, right. So in total, which I thought I'd put on but I haven't. Where's my pen? This measures 6, 7 1/4, 7 3/4 from there to there, 7 3/4, and up from the top of this to the bottom here measures 3 3/4, and 3/4 is 4 1/2, 4 3/4. No, yes, 4 1/2. Yeah, 4 3/4. In total. That's just not right. Some measurement here is wrong. 5. See, that measures 6. So what am I not adding up?
You're doing the cross measurement rather than the up measurement.
Oh, thanks, Mr. F. Thanks, Mr. F. Yes, it's 5. Look, this one from here to here is 5. Yeah, thanks, Mr. F. Good job. You're going to get paid more next week. Wouldn't be difficult, would it? So 5 3/4, 5 3/4 plus 1/4 is 6. So 6 inches, which gives us the 6 that we've got here. Right, does that make any sense to anybody? Anybody at all? Shout now. So the piece of card that we need is 6 inches by 7 3/4. That's what we need to start with, okay? So I'm not going to bother cutting mine down. I've got my 6 inches here and I've got 12 inches, but once I put my final score mark in, I'll cut it off at that. So this is what we need to do. We need to score at 1/2 inch, score another 3 3/4 after that, and another 3 1/2 after that, and then that's it. That's the final thing there. So let's do that first. Might make more sense once I start doing it. I'll bring that in again in a second. So first one is 1/2 inch. So oh, you can't see that. Let's bring you down a bit. Can you see that? Yeah. First one is at 1/2 inch. Whoa, look at the colour of my hands. The lighting is weird. 1/2 inch down there. And then a further 3 3/4. So if you add 1/2 inch onto 3 3/4, you get 4 1/4. So I'm going to score at 4 1/4 all the way down there. And then a further 3 1/2. So 4 1/4, 1, 2, 3 1/2 is 7 3/4. Okay, you might have to play this video a few times just till you get the actual hang of it. So that's my 7 3/4, which is what I said that I needed. So that's that there, and I'm going to trim that off there because we don't need it anymore. So just inside that score line, which I can't see. I don't know what's wrong with the lighting. It's because it's so dark outside, maybe. So I'm just going to trim that off there. And that's surplus, but keep that. Keep all your remnants. Right, so that's these bits here. But then we need to score at 3. We need to turn it round like that. So like that. Score it at 3/4 and 1/4 at the bottom. So I'm scoring it at 3/4. Turn it round. I'm scoring it at 1/4 along this other edge, which will be the bottom. And there we have it. That's our coin envelope. Now, just to facilitate you being able to see where score lines are, etc., I'm going to ink them all. So I'm just going to pause you there while I ink everything and then come back and you'll see them all inked in, so you'll know what's going on. Right, so I've inked all this up, so hopefully now you can see what I mean. But in the intervening period while I was paused, the very clever Mr. F has made my draft copy much more easy to read, I think. So when you look at that and this together, you can see what's going on here, I think. These bits here, which is this bit here. Oh, there we go. He tells me these 3 X's here mean nothing. They're just kisses for me. How sweet is that? He also tells me that he's going to put this up in the Ko-fi shop, so it'll just be a free download, so you can go there. You don't need to screenshot it and feverishly scribble down everything. Just go to the Ko-fi shop and download it. So that's that. Those are the measurements that I've given you. Now you can see this hatched area here comes out. It's chopped off, as is this bit, and this bit. So let's do that now. So it's this bit here, but it's got an angle on it, and it comes down to 1/2 inch actually from the score line. So I'm just going to put a little mark there. I'm going to do it in white so I can see it. So that's that there, and the same with this one at the back, comes 1/2 inch down from the score. So just make yourself a little mark so you can see where you're cutting. And I'm going to do it freehand, so watch out for a disaster. So starting at the little mark you made on the edge, and just come up to there. Wow, that worked. And then cut just inside the score line. So there. And just cut that bit out. There we are. And the same with this little bit on this side, down to the mark that you made, which is 1/2 inch, up to the score line there, and then down just inside the inky bit. There we are. So that's that. Now then, on the, they really are rubbish. On the bottom here, you can see there's also some hash markings that get cut out, and they have a little angle on them, but just make it little, because we've got to cover it up with this 1/4 inch bit here. So don't get carried away with this. It's just a little bit to allow that little 1/4 inch not to get stuck when we fold it over. I'm just taking it, it's barely anything actually off there, apart, you know, by way of angle. And a little bit here too. Right. So there's our coin envelope, which you might think is a heck of a faff just to make a coin envelope. And if you do, do something else, I say. So I'm going to take my corner thingy, fold that in, and then I can get my corners done. And I'm going to do it on the 1/2 inch. So this is the top flap here, and I'm just going to round that off and then do the same on the other side, just so it looks prettier. there. And there we have it. There's our coin envelope. So that folds in, and that folds over. Then you've got a gap here that you can see what's in it. This folds up like that, and this folds down like that. There's our coin envelope. Easy peasy. Well, it's not easy peasy. I mean, I've probably confused you with this. But we'll put that up on Ko-fi. I'll ask Mr. F if he'll do it right now. So by the time you've watched this, it should be up there. And then you'll have a complete pattern, let's call it. So I just want to ink around the inside of there. So when you lift it up, it looks nicely inked. Then we can glue it. Glue it closed. So I just want a little piece of glue, little bead of glue, rather more, down this edge here. Fold this one over like that. Still got some seepage. There we go, and then I'm going to fold the bottom up over that. You can just angle that a tiny bit if you want to, but not much, just a little bit, just so it looks a bit more finished. There we are. Glue that up. So just glue along the edge of it, because if you glue near where it folds, it's going to impinge on the space inside the envelope. So there we go. Lovely. That's great. There we have it. Our 2 coin envelopes. Now no, let's just stick with the plan. Stick with the plan, my dear. Don't get off script. Script, like I had a script. That'll be the day. So yeah, I've got my 2. They're going to go there. They are going to get attached with, yeah, here they are, with a paper clip. Oh, I haven't glued that one. That would be a help if I glued it, wouldn't it, really? I'm just going to come down the edge here, this edge. There, hold that in, fold this over and glue it down. Lovely. And then the same here. I've already clipped those bottom corners. Well, I haven't clipped that one very well. There we are. And just along the bottom edge of it there, because if you go near to where the fold is, it'll get caught up and make your pocket smaller, which you don't want. So it wants to come back straight because it's such a small piece, such a small fold. But just to keep pressing it down, it'll soon get the idea that that's where it's supposed to go. Like that. There we go. So there, now we have our 2 coin envelopes. Very nice. Put the lid back on my glue. And then all we need to do is to attach them over there. So I'm just bringing them down a little bit from the top. Get my paper clip out. It's up to you which side you want the heart. In my case, which side I want the heart on. I think this side. Before I do that, actually, I should say I did make 2 cards to go in them. Well, 1 card each. So they're just going to pop into there. Now you can't really see them like that. You don't even know they're there. So when we come to decorate, I've got a plan for that, which I will show you when we get to the decorating stage, which isn't that far away. It's coming quite quickly, really. So let's just put that on there. That keeps that in place. Pop our card into this one. I have back these, they're proper journaling cards. That fits into there. Oh, I'm going to have to budge that up a bit. To about there, I think. Where's my clip gone? Since I had my nails done, I cannot grab anything. I don't know. Don't know why, I just can't. So that goes on there. And then this one, same thing, goes there. Miraculously, they look like they're the same size. That's brilliant. And another paper clip onto there. So there we have it. There's our 2 coin envelopes. Just paper clip onto there, but I don't think that's at all unsightly. And it actually holds this in quite well as well. You can get it out and you could put it back in, but it holds it in place, which is not a bad thing. So let's put that back into Bob. There we go. So it goes like that. So many twists and turns in this one, it's hard to sometimes work out. Right, that's that. So let's get this all squared up again. You could easily put a paper clip in the top of that as well, to be honest. I probably will when we come to decorate it, but at the moment it's okay. So this is the page we've just done. So we've got a big pocket down here, big journaling card there, the 2 paper clips there. And then on this side we've got our 2 coin envelopes. So yeah, quite a lot of work, but I know it's not beyond you all. I know you can do it. And it's lovely. I love them, they're great. And look at how much space we've got to decorate. Fabulous. So what have we got left to do? Oh, that's it. One more page, back and front. That's it. Well, I'll try and get that done in relatively short order. I won't hang around like I did this last time. Lollygagging, Judy. That's what I was doing. Lollygagging. I wasn't really, but you know. So there we go. Let's have a look what it looks like now it's coming together. Yeah, you know, I think that's going to be just about fine. Bearing in mind we've still got all the decorations to go. So I think I'm glad I didn't do a centre spread. I think it's going to be just fine. It's looking good, isn't it? Looking nice. Okay, guys. Well, thanks very much. I will give you a chance to get all that done. So it might be 2 or 3 days till I do another one, but I will do it this week. And in the interim, I'll probably press on with the Tim Holtz file folders, which, yep, looking nice. So we've got some good projects on the go at the minute. So I'll see you all very soon. Have a go at that. And if you do, post it on the group as ever. Miss Painterlot's Junk Journal. I love to see what you're doing. And I'll be keeping an eye out for those coin envelopes. So bye.